All right, let's shift gears now over to the high school platform. Huge news on the recruiting front over the weekend where Tyler Shough, a year ago, Tyler Shough was coming onto radar screens across the country. He committed to North Carolina last spring, but over the weekend, he decided to go a different direction. He Skypes on in with us now to talk about not only his decision to decommit from North Carolina and commit to Oregon, but also the season the Hamilton Huskies are having under Dick Banaszewski. They play Basha this coming Friday night. All right, let's walk right through this. When did you decide it was time to decommit from North Carolina and become an Oregon Duck?
I've had a strong feeling the past kind of month. They offered me about a month ago, and they've been pushing really hard since. And that's my mom's from there. I've had strong connections there, so I wanted to get out on a visit. And I visited this past week or so, and just got to connect with the coaches and the team. And I fell in love with it, and I just thought it was the overall best fit for me and my family going forward.
The news to give to North Carolina, Tyler, how difficult a call was that?
Yeah, it's tough, the uncomfortable conversations, but I was kind of used to it, those conversations. It wasn't hard, it wasn't easy, but I just got to do what you got to do, and they were understanding. Obviously it's disappointing for them, but sometimes you gotta step up and make that right call, and hopefully they can understand, and they'll be better off for it, and I'll be better off for it as well. Just gotta break the ties.
And the big news here is you gave them plenty of heads up. This is not a flip like a day before letter of intent day. So for both sides, you've handled it the right way. Talk a little further then, if you could, about the connection with Oregon, with family, and what was their pitch to you?
My mom was born in Springfield. It's the town right across Eugene, and I've grown up a Duck fan, a huge Duck fan, and obviously watching them all the time. Been out to Oregon a couple times now, but their pitch really, it wasn't really focused on that. Obviously I'm a West Coast kid, but their pitch was mainly, they want me to come lead this class that they have. They're building, a great group of kids, and I just fell in love with the coaching staff as well, the experience that they've had, their coaching styles, what they kind of do on and off the field. I really fell in love with it, and I think they're heading in the right direction, and I wanted to be a part of it.
When you look at staying in the Pac-12, and as you said, being a West Coast kid, I visited with you some, and I think being on the West Coast in the back of your mind was always there, even when you committed North Carolina. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You're completely right. I like the South, but obviously I was born in the West Coast, watching the Pac-12, and it's better for my family as well. I'll get to stay and play those West Coast teams, and my grandparents are talking about moving to Oregon already, so they're pretty excited about it. But I think it's just a better fit overall, and that's kind of what I've intended in the long haul to do as well.
Okay, so you're committed to Oregon. You are going to leave school at the break, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's get into that a little bit, because I don't know if the audience is really aware how popular a trend that is. The advantage of leaving school in December, are you planning on coming back and walking at Hamilton in May, or are you just saying this is it?
So yeah, they'll give you the option to. You can go to prom. You can walk with your classmates, but it's a difficult process. My whole summer was 6 hours a day of homework, of classes, and a lot of athletes do it too. But it's well worth it. If you take the time to do it. So I was taking classes over the summer, and then I have half days now at Hamilton. So I'll be set up to graduate in December, and then I'll enroll full time in college in January at Oregon then. And then you'll get a whole another spring ball, a whole another 15 practices, and you just get a head start on the playbook and everything like that.
You and I are sitting here today talking. You're 6'5"?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And you're two. What are you at? Two bills?
I'm really close to 200 right now. I've been traveling a lot. Just kind of jumping. But once you get in that groove, I've hit like 200. So trying to get there.
Yeah, and so you've got room on your frame. What I'm getting at here is, by leaving school in December and getting those extra practices, they're going to be able to work with you, and a year from now, you're going to be a completely different physical specimen, I would think.
Sir, yeah.
And that's really the goal here, right?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. You're going to be in full-time college. They got, structured weight room. You're going to be, basically, it's a job. So obviously I'll have the opportunity to put on weight there. Even from last year, I've gained a whole bunch of weight, confidence, just in my quarterback style. So I'm really excited for it, though, and it'll definitely benefit.
Okay, before we get out of here, let's talk about what's going on this season on the field for you at Hamilton. And the Huskies, I think, quietly have had themselves pretty darn good season given all the turmoil in the off season. Let's talk about what's gone on this year for Hamilton.
Right. I mean, nothing's changed really for us. I mean, behind our doors, we're just doing our best, working really hard, and the whole, like you said, the turmoil, it's really made us closer, and we've gained a lot of confidence from it. We feel like our backs are against the wall every week. It's their biggest game, and we got to play our hardest. We got to step up and do the right job for our guys, and each week there's a whole other universe. You never know who's going to play. Just like Chandler beating Perry, whatever steps up. It's a whole different universe. So I'm really excited for it. We can't take anybody lightly, and just go week by week.
Okay, and Dick Banaszewski, the coach this season, talk about the job that he has done for the program and what you've seen, Tyler.
He's a great man. Just to start off, we all really love him. Truly, he's a great coach as well. He's inspired us truly, and none of this has been even close to being possible without him and with his leadership that he's done for the program and the whole school. That everyone's on board, and even the classmates and our teachers. They really enjoy coming out to the games and supporting us. So. It's been a lot of fun so far, but you're only as good as your next win. So we're just planning on Basha this week and got to keep moving.
Yeah, the backyard rivalry being renewed. What do you see in the game this Friday night? They're in a rebuilding mode. They had a big win over Brophy, but Basha, your opponent this Friday.
Right. They're coming off hot. They're feeling really good right now, and we got to step up to the test. We're going to play as well against Brophy, so we just got to do our jobs, execute our plan, and hopefully we can come out with a win this Friday.
Good stuff. Congratulations on the decision and everything in front of you. Thanks.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me.
There's Tyler Shough with us via Skype talking about what's gone on at Hamilton, and Tyler now going on to the University of Oregon.